After getting the first update, it took 407 days until I got my second one. Then the third update took 274 days. And now the most recent one today, we actually are seeing 140 days. So when you look at it, it's about 4 months and almost 5 months since the last update, but it's getting better. You can see that Lexus is really improving on getting updates to us. Let's see what gets updated this round. Hey, it's LSFD here today, and today we're here to look at a software update. And yes, it's an update to the Lexus interface. Alright, so there's where we have it over the air. It says software update is available. Okay, I'm going to cancel that for now, so you can see that over the air it actually has it. So what you could also do is plug in the USB and also get the download. So what I'm going to go here is, okay, model number, you can see 2050 for the HU. CA we get 1002, and then for VP 2050. GD we have 2428. VD we have 2050. OD we have 1001. SM 1001. AP 8007. And MT we have version 7009. All right, so before we go and do anything, let's go and do the view what the update is. So view. So this software update includes improvements for user profile, user interface, cloud navigation, intelligent assistance, voice recognition, and bug fixes. All right, so then let's see what it says. So navigation gets upgraded from 2050 to 2170, and voice recognition to 2050 to 2150. All right, so okay. So now software update, it's asking you to make sure. So they're saying that the size is roughly 34.8 to 153.1 megs, depending on how big and how long this is all about. So you can see here, it actually explains a little bit more. User profile, improve user enrollment flow. User interface, improve usability of CarPlay exit, HMI, and language settings. Then cloud navigation, improve navigation guidance usability. And then we have intelligent assistance voice recognition, improve voice recognition usability, and bug fixes. So again, we don't know what the list of bug fixes there are, but we can probably get that in a few weeks of time. All right, so accept. So now you can see that it says multimedia downloading. Okay, the download speed seems to be okay. Not like previously where it just took forever. And again, owners who have the hybrids, plug-in hybrids, make sure your car is in ready mode. Do not do this in accessory mode, because if it's updating and your car 12-volt battery dies, there it goes. Your update screwed up, there's a bigger problem. So always try and get this done when you have it in ready mode and you have time to do it. All right, so downloading seems to be almost complete. Still see the gear spinning. There's really nothing else here. All right, so now we move over to navigation installing and voice recognition installing. So there's two components that are updated in this update. So from the looks at it, what it did for the 2.5 minutes was it downloaded and then it extracted the file, and now it's starting to install the file. You can see that the navigation seems to be installing quite fast, and the voice recognition is starting slowly. So we'll have to see which one ends first. All right, so the installation completed in 10 minutes and 16 seconds. So you have to expect around about that same amount of time, and make sure that you have time to actually update it, because it'll get a little bit awkward if you're going to driving and then you forget about it and you power it off. Probably not the best thing to do. So when you look at this, software is now installed Now let's see what else we have to do. It says updated version after vehicle restart. So right now you'll have to restart your vehicle. So I noticed last time, even when I went and did a reset of the infotainment, it will not do the work. So this one, you will have to take the hit and really power off the car and then power it back on. All right, so one thing that I would say is we do know that the update would have the CarPlay, so that this menu bar will stay. Only happens for CarPlay. All right, so right now what I want to do is I want to power off the car and restart. All right, so now you can see that it's all loaded up. Let's go back here. Software update. Model info. You can see 2070 is updated here. 2050 for VP. GD 2040, 2428. VD is 2150. That's another update. So let's go to history. All right, so this is now what? The third update or the fourth? Because right now it doesn't seem it has updated this list yet. So maybe it's still, oh, there we go. All right, so officially the fourth update. So we can see the timeline is actually getting better. So this time it's been about 4 months and a bit to get the next update, which I'm quite pleased now. At least that does give us a little bit more frequent updates, and keep up that good work, Lexus. I do hope that that will continue. All right, so with that being said, what has changed? Okay, so definitely I know that CarPlay, now you can see CarPlay is now running in a smaller window, which now allows you to go from here to actually go directly to the menu, so that there is no need to go back to this Lexus menu to get access to CarPlay. I think this is one of the biggest change. Some people may say, oh, it's smaller real estate. Well, there's this also enlarge, which actually gives you back to what it was before. All right, so you can actually click here, it minimizes it, reloads, everything seems good. So definitely this is one of the biggest improvements that we've seen. Okay, I did notice that this app profile is a little bit different. I just don't know what else would have changed. We will have to go through this, and really, if you want to know if I found anything different, definitely subscribe or follow me on Instagram. I will definitely be posting any updates I see on IG, so that we can actually get a look of what has changed. All right, so overall, from what I'm seeing, it's hard to say what has changed and what has not changed, right? Because when you look at it, it doesn't look like there's a lot of changes as well. Follow me on Instagram at LSFT Videos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX450h Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, share it with your friends. This definitely will help with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, or visit my Amazon storefront before you purchase anything from Amazon, and or you can purchase products from the list on the items that I've been using with my vehicle or at home at no extra cost to you. And now let's continue with the video. So one of my viewers were actually asking me if I had a video talking about how do I get an update using the manual method. So typically we do over-the-air updates where we go to software update and we just keep on clicking it until you actually see there's an update available. So typically right now, there isn't one, right? You can see that there isn't one. I'm still right now on 2050, but I did see online that 2170 is available at this time. So I don't know, is it available yet, or I have to do it through manual update. I really don't know, because at this point, it doesn't say that I have any updates or anything, right? You can see that nothing has been updated. I am connected to the data connector. So one thing that you need to do if you want to do the manual update is to get a USB key. So right now you can see that I have a USB key here. So what you need to do is to take the USB key. So you go here and you can see that we have a USB. So what you need to do is plug in your USB key into the USB port. Okay, so this is a data port. So once that's plugged in, you would then start seeing something different on the Lexus interface. All right, so right now the USB is plugged in and you can see now there's an extra item there. Output info to USB memory. So what you'll need to do is press that. And what it will do is it'll output a JSON file onto the USB. Okay, so it says output complete. Output info to USB memory is complete. Please access the PC site and download the update file. Say okay, and now you're done. So all you're done right at this point on the Lexus interface to extract that JSON file so that you can use it onto the website. So this feature looks like only available in Canada. So if you go to www.lexus.ca and you go to the bottom footer and say multimedia updates, you can get to this page. So most important thing is you put your VIN number in. Once you have your VIN number in, it'll actually give you information about your vehicle. So you browse and you go and find the JSON file that you need to upload to the system. Once you finish browsing, and then you press upload. And now you see it's uploading that JSON file. It does seem a bit slow, but I'm not going to fast forward this because I wanted you to also see how long this takes. So you can see that it's counting up and it says in progress, and the file is very small. So I don't believe it's the upload speed that's slow, but it's actually getting the file that you need. So now you can see that software update is still in progress. Click continue. So now you can see that it'll continue to spin. So the spinning is going to take about 1 minute. So I'm going to cut that out so that you'll see what happens after it's finished spinning. So you can see definitely this is taking a lot longer than you would expect, because normally when there is no update, it will actually just say there's no update, you have the latest update. So you can see here, it's still waiting. Okay, we get to the next screen now. So you can see copy software update file to USB. Your software update is ready, so you can press download and you can copy the USB drive and then you can install it. So what they're saying here is the update releases March 21st, 2022, and the software upgrade includes these things. So this seems to be already an existing software that I have. So I've ran this for many times in the past few weeks, and it always said that there's no update. But today they say there is an update, and today we actually do have the 2170 or the 2150 update, and now it's telling me that the update is March 21st, 2022, which seems to be the first update that I got. So this is weird. So is this a bug with the Lexus system? So unfortunately, the download that I'm going to get here, I will not be installing it because I don't know what the impact will be, because it's not the right information that we have on the screen. And I won't be able to validate this because I've already updated to the newest version already. So maybe next time I'll give it a try again. But now let's go and download the file and see what it looks like. So I'm just going to go here and download it. So at this point, it would automatically download onto your computer. So then it says you're ready to update your Lexus interface, copy software, and then you can see the installation instructions. So I'm going to go here. here's the instructions of how do you actually go and do the update. So you touch the gear and the main menu of the Lexus interface, touch software update on the sub menu, and then when you insert the USB, you would actually see update software. So when you press update software, it'll take 10 to 15 minutes depending on the software update, and it will differ. Do not disconnect the USB memory key for sure, and the head unit will do the update. Once it's complete, a message will display confirming the same, and still do not disconnect. After that's done, remove the USB. If the system needs to restart, the message will appear and you touch yes to restart the system. And then to check software update history, you'll see information. So very important, do not remove the USB drive or the engine power off while the software is being installed.
Turn right Avenue. Turn right on Avenue. In 200 meters, turn right on Drive. In 200 meters, turn right on.
So after the update, we finally see that the compass on the heads-up display finally works when you're doing navigation on Apple CarPlay, like with Google Maps or Waze. This is finally fixed. It's been not working for over 2 years, and occasionally it will work, but this seems to be, this time the fix is in. So if I find any more updates, I'll definitely leave it in my Instagram account, or I will put comments in this video. Or when I actually get information about the updates, what are the bug fixes, I will provide my findings in that video as well. I hope that you found that this video was informative, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.